Hello and welcome everybody to the tiebreaker of the Join Dota League Season number 4 Asian Division 1. It's going to be Kansai Whips versus First Departure in this best of one. Winner gets to be the 4th team in the playoffs. Loser, well, he's just gonna stay in Division 1 for the next season probably, but won't be able to go into the playoffs to play actually for some money as well. But it should be a pretty damn great game. I do believe First Departure should have the upper hand here on paper. But it being a best of one, and of course CsW, it's not like their weak team by any means. So it's hard to actually call the winner here, I think. But I still think First Departure, they should be the favorites coming into this. Looking at the bans though, First Departure themselves banning out the Naga Siren and a Tidehunter now as well. CsW though, taking out the Faceless Void and the Death Prophet. Definitely different bans than I would have seen from Europeans, for example. But that's not to say they are not worthy bans. Definitely strong heroes banned all around. But CsW, what's going to be their first pick? What do they deem worthy enough for themselves? I mean, I haven't seen too much of CsW, and I guess lately not too much of First Departure either. So I don't have like a solid base on or to call just what the hell is going to be picked up. But I mean, Ogre Magi always a strong hero. Even Vengeful Spirit is one. Brewmaster, whoa, how could I forget? The Brewmaster is available, so that might be like the priority candidate, but then again, First Departure could easily go for like a Sky of Mage straight after. It's not a 100% counter, I mean, pretty much nothing 100% counters the other, just because you actually have to execute things properly as well. It's not as easy as just like, oh, I pick up the hero that usually counters the other one, now we win the game. You actually have to execute it as well, you have to be in the right position and whatnot. But CsW taking a pretty damn long time with just the first pick here, but it's going to be the Brewmaster in the end. So First Departure, will they even run the Sky of Mage now, or do they go for like Ogre Vengeful, something along those lines? Razor could be one of the pickups as well, although I don't believe First Departure is the biggest fan of that hero. But it's definitely a possibility. I mean, Razor against Brewmaster in the mid lane, definitely a good matchup for the Razor. I mean, Razor, most matchups are good for him, I guess. Or decent at the very best. Something like a Puck could also be picked up if First Departure maybe want to go a little bit more aggressive. Waning Rift, definitely a pretty decent enough ability to deal with the Brewmaster, but starting with a Centaur and followed up by a Mirana. That just goes to show that I am not too familiar with Southeast Asian Dota these days, or at least not with First Departure or CsW. I've seen more of like Mineski, Execration and teams as such. But Mirana Centaur Warren, I mean, I have no idea how they're going to play the Mirana. I would kind of expect it to be a support one. But Hoof Stomp is already a decent enough setup for the arrow. But oh, CsW going for a Lycan. So maybe wanting to adopt more of a pushing style now. I mean, Lycan solo, you don't really need additional push into that just because that hero by itself is pretty damn strong already. So I'm not too sure if they need more, but if I was First Departure, I would probably ban out the Jakiro, for example. Even a support Jakiro with the Liquid Fire would be so annoying to deal with if you're First Departure at the moment. And I mean, Jakiro all in all is a pretty strong hero, not only for the Liquid Fire, also once you get the Eul Scepter, just Eul Scepter into Ice Path, or not just Ice Paths in general as well, pretty damn hard to just deal with. They can like block your aggression completely and just whatnot, so we'll see how they want to finish things up. Ogre Magi will be the first ban though by First Departure in the second phase. Ember Spirit taken out by CsW themselves. Definitely I mean, a decent enough ban in a sense that so far at least CsW with the two of their heroes, they wouldn't have anything to actually lock down the Ember Spirit. Although Ember Spirit probably wouldn't even want to fight against the Lycan just because Lycan's physical damage is so damn strong from the early points already. If you get the Vladimir's offering a few points into Feral Impulse, you hurt so much with your right click, especially if you're in the Shapeshift form, and get a few crits in here and there. So Ember Spirit wouldn't want to man fight them, but CsW also wouldn't have anything to actually properly lock down an Ember Spirit. But now CsW's second ban about to come. Huh. What would they want to ban out? I mean, maybe you would... I guess Shadow Demon is not the best pick, maybe. Or it's gonna be decent, but Shadow Demon all in all has been just... I mean, put... or hasn't been put to use at all, I guess. It's just not that strong of a hero at the moment, although I think Sheridan is probably a little bit underplayed. But Jakiro was the ban instead, so CSW, I guess since First Departure do have the first pick in the second phase here, maybe that was why they banned out the Jakiro. Otherwise, I would have really liked to see Jakiro on their own side. But maybe they're a little bit greedy, they don't want to give any... wow. Oh god, my brain is just lagging at the moment, but they probably don't want to give any push to First Departure in return. Otherwise, First Departure, having a Centaur and Mirana, fairly aggressive heroes in their own right. So if you can also get towers and get some map control, and just reduce the natural vision that CsW has, it just frees you to gank even more often. But Batrider, the second ban by First Departure, so denying the offlane, denying that great initiation with the lasso to CsW. And well, First Departure now, what are they gonna surprise us with? Is it gonna be just a solid stun, something like a Sand King maybe, even like Burrow Strike into Arrow, or do they go for a Bane? Bane actually isn't that bad of a hero against Lycan, I guess, just use the Fiend's Grip on that hero and he can't do anything, even if he shapeshifted, he's just locked in place anyway. Also, Fiend's Grip not too bad of a thing against the Brewmaster, do not just kill him off like that. Maybe some clutch denies with the nightmares as well if you are the target of focus. Or maybe a clutch nightmare on a just friendly target for the deny as well. I don't remember which game it was at this point, but the Bane had like at least 3 denies like 20 minutes in, that, or when 3 like committed suicide or denying his teammates. That was some pretty sick stuff, I have to say. But First Departure, what are they pondering on? Are they thinking about maybe something like a Zeus? It has become more of a popular hero. Necrophos might be like one of those as well. Just bring the Lycan down to half HP, pop the ultimate and be done with him. But they are taking a really long time. Both teams actually already down to less than 30 seconds reserve time. So it's a best of one, lot is on the line. I mean, it's a tiebreaker after all. Winner gets to the playoffs, loser will stay out of them. And just will walk out 100% empty-handed. So definitely you want to make sure that you get the best possible picks, and they pick up a Venomancer. I'm not too sure if it was something that they themselves wanted to run from the get-go, or more so that they wanted to deny that particular hero to CSW. Yeah, Venomancer definitely is a strong enough hero that CSW could have used it. Just Plague Wards for the additional pushing. All in all, Plague Wards pretty damn annoying. Poison Nova is arguably one of the strongest abilities, especially with the Aghanim Scepter. It doesn't do the damage immediately or anything, but over the duration of, I believe it's like, is it 17 seconds, 15 seconds? Okay, it's 15 seconds when it's maxed out. So, and do we have any more? Scepter duration, 16 seconds maxed out. Okay, so, a pretty damn long duration, but it does a crap ton of damage, especially with the Aghanim Scepter. So, if you don't win the fight immediately, before the poison actually starts ticking you down, you're just going to be screwed in the fight. You cannot stay and fight. You're going to have to go for BKBs. You're going to have to build a pipe on your team. But we'll see if this Venomancer is even a core one. And although even a support Venomancer might get himself the Aghanim Scepter within a reasonable timing, it's definitely not going to be half as fast as a core one would be able to get it. But Vengeful was the pick for CSW. Of course, with the Vengeful, that just means that Roshan is going to be even easier than it otherwise would have been with the Lycan. They can even go without the medallion now. Or I guess you could normally go without the medallion as well. It would just be a little bit slower, a little bit harder, and would give First Departure more time to react. But now with the Wave of Terror coming out, also Vengeful can build the medallion instead of the Lycan himself. So that's always going to be nice. Defensive swaps out if somebody gets initiated by the Hoofstomp, for example. But First Departure themselves went for an Enigma. So maybe going for a slightly greedy pick in a sense that if it is a jungle Enigma, then it just frees up time for the Brewmaster and the Lycan to farm up at the same time. Maybe if the Mirana is a support and just get some excellent arrows into the mid lane, for example, maybe they can start setting up kills. But then again, Enigma and Venomancer, lots of pushing coming out of their own now on First Departure, and I'd expect something rather aggressive, yet a strong core hero for First Departure to come out as the last one. Maybe something like a Slark, maybe something like a Phantom Assassin instead. Just somebody who would be able to fight rather early, although now with CsW going for Queen of Pain, the Phantom Assassin might just get blown to bits if you just jump in, you get Magic Missile, Scream of Pain, Sonic Wave to follow. Of course, PKB is one of the more standard items anyway in Phantom Assassin, so wouldn't be that bad probably. Whoa. First departure actually banning out an Enchantress. I can't even recall when I last saw an Enchantress. I mean, it's not to say that it couldn't have been the pick for CsW, but it's just a little bit peculiar. I mean, Enchantress has fallen off so heavily ever since just pushing was made a lot harder with the Glyph being just kind of recharged every single time you lose a tier 1 tower. Also, just the towers are a little bit more bulky, give a little bit less loot or bounty. But Doombringer, the last ban from CsW themselves, I guess no one ever wants to get doomed. Especially if you're a Queen of Pain. Even in Lycan, if you get doomed before the shapeshift, you can't do anything at all. If you get doomed after the shapeshift though, you might just be able to run away completely. Or depending on the situation of the fight, you might just stay around and man fight. But first departure now, they don't have the most reliable of lockdown. Apart from the Hoofstomp, so Queen of Pain, if it's fast enough, might just be able to blink away from most things. And first departure now, they went for a Templar Assassin. I guess it is a core hero that can be extremely strong in the late game. Also peaks just rather early on, so it's a rather aggressive pick as to be expected from first departure. Just it's the nature of their playstyle. Just be aggressive. So this is going to mean that Venomancer is going to be the support. Enigma in the jungle with Mirana probably safe lane and Templar Assassin mid lane. That would make the most sense, I guess, at least at this point. Or never mind. It might be Venomancer core after all with a Mirana support. So we'll see. Whichever just they fancy really, but CsW went for Lich as the last one. So they might be running dual lanes with like Lich and Brewmaster off lane, Vengeful, Lycan safe lane, and Queen of Pain mid lane, something along those lines. But we shall see soon enough as everybody is picking up their heroes. So we're not going to be in the dark for too long from now on. But based on the drafts, I'd say CsW is maybe a little bit easier to execute, but the Queen of Pain really cannot afford to get shut down. Of course, Queen of Pain all in all is a pretty decent hero if it's in the mid lane against Templar Assassin as well. If they just give him one sentry, he's going to be doing rather well for himself. They might be even running dual mid lanes just to shut down the Templar Assassin. And if they shut down the Templar Assassin, that's a lot of first departures just steam out the window. Templar Assassin needs to just get off to a good start as well for first departure, it kind of feels like. Maybe with the Venomancer and the Enigma, they can make up with that, with pushing, just get the global gold that way. But CsW, they have some decent push of their own once Lycan gets a few levels, gets those core items going. But as we have the game paused, as always man, as always, first game, the start was delayed by God knows how long. Now we have disconnects, reconnects, whatnot. Oh my god, fun times ahead, guys. Even for the best of one, we cannot get things done too fast. But to introduce the lineups, for first departure, Aluka, Kai, playing the Mirana, leaving Lobby on the Enigma, Miracle, playing the Templar Assassin with Hana on the Venomancer, and Polosan will be the last one on the Centaur Warrunner. As for CsW, 2D, playing the Brewmaster, Musica on the Queen of Pain with Risk on the Lich, Godot on the Vengeful, and Change will be playing the Lycan for them. Still no clear indication of how they're gonna lane this. They can just run this in so many ways. A little bit it depends on who they themselves plan to just send into mid lane or what matchups they expect first departure to just put against them. If it's a Templar Assassin mid, I would still expect Queen of Pain to be mid lane for sure. Whether the Lich is gonna back him up or not, that's another question, but between the Shadow Strike as well as the Frost Blast of the Lich, this Templar Assassin would just not have a fun time period. So maybe they're gonna run a Templar Assassin safe lane with like a Mirana supporting them. And well, Venomancer mid lane with the Plague Ward would be able to even handle a dual lane in that case. But that would mean that Miracle might be up against a dual lane instead on bottom lane of Lich and Brewmaster, something like that. But, well, it's not too meaningful to actually speculate too much about it if we're gonna see the lanes anyway after the pause. If we're gonna even get the pause, or if the pause is even gonna ever end. But now, come on guys, do it! Do it, unpause the game, reconnect, unpause the game, and get this best of one underway, guys. It's not hard, it's only one game, guys, you can do it. I have faith in you. Lich, the whoa! Usually Lich is hovering, now he's in the ground. He wants to meld through the ground, get some map hacks. Unfortunately, you cannot go through the ground and see everything magically. Oh, he's reconnected. He has reconnected. What are you, version? Why don't they give the shopkeeper a normal name and different names for both sides? I do believe the Radiant shopkeeper is also version. Are you a version? Yes, you are. At least their beards are different. So, that they got that going for them. They have different beards. Although, other than that, they look identical. I would say since he has a white beard, he's like the father or something. So the father or the son took a different approach, went to the Radiant side, but with the face and everything, it doesn't really look older, just it's the color of the beard. That's it. So yeah. Okay, guys, the game unpaused, the game unpaused. It makes me so happy. It's unbelievable. Pauses kill people. It's sure. Okay, so looks like Godot's ass is... Not Godot's ass. Godot's favorite hero is Rubik. Made an effigy out of it, saying, "Your ass is mine 2D." Okay, so we have another Rubik. Rubik's all around, man. Rubik's best heroes. Or Rubik best hero, I don't know. There aren't multiple Rubiks, I hope, in one game. But looks like somewhat of an aggressive trilane, maybe. Probably it's gonna dissolve. I think they were maybe just trying to scout things out, thinking that CsW might go for a wraparound. Something that I think Hellraisers have been doing quite a lot is just smoke up as the dire side, come through here and here. Just because so often free heroes are camping on this high ground, just waiting for the rune to spawn, trying to prey on some just... It's so... blah. Okay. I don't even know what I wanted to say. I do know what I wanted to say, but my mind got boggled halfway between. Today seems to not be a good day at all, but Hana will get the rune. So it's gonna be a solo Venomancer, so far at least on the safe lane. They might be running dual off lane even, or with Kai Aluka just 100% maybe roaming around. He's running towards the bottom side now. Lobby went back to the fountain, reaching up the mana. So it's still going to be maybe like a dual lane versus a Venomancer solo here. And Venomancer solo not gonna have a fun time. Frost Blast into just Thunderclap. It just might be the end of you. Of course, if you get the Venomous Scale, you should be able to outrun them anyway, but just the harassment coming constantly from the Lich once he gets level 2 and above, it's gonna be extremely hard to deal with. But funny enough for CsW, they sent the Lycan mid after all, up against Miracle. With Musica, I guess Musica definitely can handle the center War Runner better than Lycan, so maybe that was their thought process here. Just Shadow Strike up center constantly and keep him at bay, whereas if you're a Lycan, you would still have to be a little bit worried of just getting hoof stomped and double aced. And Godot, of course, his double pulling through as well will succeed with the first double pull. So really nicely done by the Vengeful, getting some XP for himself, and not only that, denying XP to the enemies. Arrow will not land on Musica. Not too far off, but he only has one Clarity left, so can throw out like one, maximum 2 more arrows. Probably would want to throw another arrow before actually using the Clarity, just to get all of the mana back. Otherwise, some of the Clarity will go to waste. But Miracle mid lane 6 and 2 compared to a 3 and 0 chains Lycan. Temper Assassin with just a refraction, extra attack damage. Probably should have the upper hand here anyway in most cases. Chains didn't go for the Quelling Blade either. Just went for a Ring of Protection straight away instead. And of course from some point onwards, Miracle's Psyblades will also start doing quite a lot of damage. And he's trying to angle them correctly. Chains, of course, trying to juke around the side blades as much as he can as well. But Godot will pick up the bounty room. We get arrowed for his troubles, but Kai himself just doesn't have nearly enough follow-up here. Bottom lane 2D trying to go for Hana maybe. Throws in a right click, guaranteed crit from it. But he's dragging the creep wave away now. So couldn't do any massive damage, just... They're really trying to threaten each other without actually committing all that much. So we might get a rather passive early start here. Labi, of course, almost level 4 already. Has had the free time in the jungle, even went for that mid-lane pulse. Has the soul ring though, so he can use them, I guess. Will create more Eidolons as well here. So he's running a little bit low on mana. Still has a clarity going, so it's not gonna be all bad. Gonna go... Oh, never mind. The double pull through camp, the second camp here is blocked out, and he's gonna find that out soon enough now. Unfortunately for Labi, of course, but if he doesn't block this camp, which he might do if he goes to the position that he's in. Nope, he was just slightly enough to the right. So he's gonna keep on farming. It does slow him down a little bit that he didn't have this camp to farm here, but it's not gonna be all that detrimental for him. Oh man, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Yes, our stream has like a 2.5 minute delay even, or minute. It's the 2 from Twitch itself. And yeah, it was Game Agents TV, not me. It's like 2 minutes, 20 seconds or so is the all in all delay, together with the Twitch delay and just the delay it normally takes for Twitch to just get connected anyway. So yeah. All is fine with us. We've been casting Join Dota League for ages. We know the exact delays that are necessary for this sort. Well, for more or less everything. It's always nice to have a 2-minute delay when you're with an online tournament. If it's a LAN, some LAN organizers are like, yeah, no problem, you don't need to run delays just because, well, they're gonna be able to snipe like the event stream itself that's on location if need be. But Lich now has himself an invis rune. He's level 4 already as well. So Hana has to be extremely careful. I don't think he saw the invis being picked up. He had the Plague Ward down though, so maybe he did. But will that just information be enough for him? He's gonna probably play it safe. The lane is heavily pushing out as well, since it most likely was a single pull through which failed. Or well, only a single pull doesn't get rid of the creep wave unless it's a big camp. So I don't think he's gonna go too far up. Lich though now breaks his invis, places down the sentry ward just to make sure the pull camp doesn't even spawn at all. 2D though up to level 4 as well, 1200 gold on him, might rush a blink dagger. Polosan wants to come mid lane now. Arrow will land squarely onto chains. They should have enough with the psionic traps as well. Polosan will follow with the double edge, hoof stomp as well, and he brings up the first blood. Might lose his life though, dropping extremely low. The wolves are chasing him as well. Healing self does get cancelled. Is he gonna survive this? I mean, he's pretty fast, but I don't think he's quite fast enough. Now the buckler comes up for the bonus armor. He turns around for a little while to eat the tree, and the wolves, man, are too damn strong. Centaur, he just needed to go for the hoof stomp instead of the double edge, I think. The hoof stomp itself would have been just fine. But kill score now, 1-1. Labi, highest farmer in last. It's level 6 already as well. So is Miracle's Temper Assassin level 7 even compared to a level 5.5 Lycan. So Lycan struggling a little bit, last hit wise, 13 and 3 compared to 31 and 20. Miracle, he has been an absolute monster in this mid lane. Not only with the last hits, also with the denies, making sure that the Lycan doesn't get anything at all almost, and now the death as well, of course. That is just the power of a Temper Assassin, especially if it's a melee versus melee lane. My god, that's better for him than I really dared to hope. But was it a rune denied by the Lycan Wolf? Sure felt like it at the moment. The regeneration rune... What just happened? What? Regeneration... Did both of them get, like, wiped? I guess so. Man, chains. Nice wolf, micro. Making sure that first partial can't get those easy bottle refills. But Labi now wants to go top lane. He has the black hole as well, and he's gonna run into Gota. There's the Malphite. Polosan should be able to get the range. Arrow will follow as well. Hoof stomp, double edge. This time around there was no immediate threat to his own life after the double edge, so this time around it's fine for him to use it like this. But his death there before to Lycan Wolf definitely wasn't the greatest thing to happen. But Lobby, he's still around. He pops the black hole as well. They need the follow-up stuns. Arrow will be there into Musica. They're gonna have the hoof stomp as well. And that's an easy kill. Double H. Complete overkill here, but he just wanted the last hit for himself. And securing the faster blink there at the center. Definitely a worthwhile investment, I think, if you're the center. Does have to back all the way home, but he would need to get some mana for the hoof stomp anyway. But, well, Miracle now, just trying to right click away. Trying to get the Psy Blades angle onto chains, and might be going for a Midas here. Has the Gloves of Haste. Might be a Midas to just kind of ensure late game for themselves, although I guess it's going to be decent as far as late game goes. Enigo is always going to be a threat with the Black Hole, of course. Even Centaur, if he gets enough farm, can be a real nuisance with just being so damn tanky and doing so much damage with just a return if you try to kill him. It also might be a Maelstrom, which is definitely not a common build you see on a Temper Assassin. But top lane now, they're gonna go on Music again. Hoofstomp first, Malphite's to follow. Can he blink out? Midnight Pulse, he pops the Sonic Wave. Is he gonna lose his life? Magic Stick keeps him alive. And he barely blinks out with 30 HP remaining. That was so close. If the Malphite was level 2, that would have already been enough. Kai, of course, a little bit too late to the party as well. And what a turnaround, man. You have to respect the magic burst of a Queen of Pain. Nice chains. He's gonna come in. With the haste rune, and with the haste rune he can feel safe enough. Of course has the shapeshift as well. So Miracle shouldn't be able to kill him, but he can definitely harass him. And so far chains. Oh, never mind. Miracle, he's going to be in trouble. Blink, Thunderclap, Primal Split use as well. He pops the melt, but they have a sentry. Lobby does come in, but there's no black hole to just save him. If they had the black hole, just maybe it would have been enough. And now Lobby gets thrown up in the air. Godot too low on mana to do much of anything. And now look, he gets the arrow straight into Godot. The tower is focusing the Storm Panda instead. Chains pops his ultimate as well, but cannot really do anything with that, or not anything proper at least. So they get the one kill, but they use the shapeshifts. They use the Primal Split as well. I mean, it's still an important kill, don't get me wrong. But it's not that great of a trade as it could have been, I guess, is what I'm trying to aim at. But the Brewmaster is extremely farmed, has the Blink there already. Almost the same net worth as Miracle now as well. So 2D, how much can he accomplish with this early Blink Dagger? The earlier you start the aggression with the Brewmaster, the better, of course, just because Blink Thunderclap, as strong as it may be, at some point it's not gonna have the desired effect anymore when the heroes are tanky enough, when they have the mechs and whatnot to back them up. And speaking of mech Lobby, he's gonna have it in about 400 gold as well. Arrow though will not land on Musica. He tried to go in, Poloson drop slow as well, has to be careful. I'm not too sure how well he knows when the Sonic Wave will be off cooldown. But it's in 20 seconds. And with this, the Blink Scream of Pain Sonic Wave, it might be enough as risk. He's gonna go down to Lich. I don't know what killed him in the end. I guess the Chain Frost bounced into him. I just didn't see the last bounce coming. So nice solo kill there coming out. Enigma going down before he finishes the mech suddenly, a lot farther away. And it's not gonna be the fastest mech all in all, just because he's been rotating a little bit, trying to help out the other lanes as well. So Hana, also farming with the Venomancer, is doing slightly worse than the Lycan, who has his Vladimir's finish now. Screen of Pain, yes, they get the kill top lane. Godot came in as well, minus armor, magic missile. So CsW, although they were 3 and 1 behind at one point, they have caught up, and the center's dying now 3 times altogether. His Blink Dagger is severely delayed thanks to that as well. Usually you would want to have it by now, and that is the Hand of Midas for Miracle, so he did go for it. I guess Hana might be going for one as well on the Venomancer now, 1.2k in the bank. Otherwise I can't really find a proper reason for you to wait it out. Maybe for a point booster if you want to straight up Aghanims. But it really feels like Venomancer will also go for a Hand of Midas, just to get the item progression going properly. Pops a healing cell, not gonna get the most value out of it, but just want to be full health. Just in case he gets jumped, although if he gets jumped, I don't think even full HP is gonna save him. Arrow will not land, will get dodged, but Lobby gonna come in as well. He has the black hole, but even with the black hole, do they have enough? No, Primal Split is there. They force that one out. Lobby will get boulder tossed. Arcane Boost picked up on Hana now. They use Stampede to get Lobby to safety. Oh god, it was so necessary. He was dropping way too low from this. Hana will come back as well. Can they kill me? They can maybe kill the Panda if they can do damage to him immediately. And well, he gets the blink out just before anything lands. Arrow will miss because of that as well. So a little bit unfortunate, but at least they do not tie themselves to the Primal Split. And Primal Split on cooldown now. Maybe they can even try to push on their own now or something. So 5 to 3, 12 minutes in. Looking at the graphs, net worth zeroed out, XP about 2200 in the favor of CsW. 2D did catch Arrow, but he got to bottle up the bounty room beforehand, so nothing really came of that. Poloson, he's gonna get stunned though. Blink forward, Scream of Pain. He uses the Shadow Strike to slow him as well. Poloson goes for the hooftop and then the TP out and just barely succeeds. I mean, him trying to go for the hooftop maybe delayed things out a little bit longer even, so maybe just straight up TP would have been the safer choice. But now they find Risk. There's the Malphite. Yeah, the arrow also followed up, so they get an easy kill finally onto the Lich. I mean, it's a support, but a rather highly leveled support, almost level 9 already. Wow, that is a lot. That's more than the Centaur and the safe lane Venomancer. So level wise, they are doing extremely well for themselves. Of course, Miracle, he is just what it feels like, light years beyond the others. But CsW, they went for the tier 1, they already got it down, going for the tier 2 next. They don't have the Primal Split on Brewmaster, but just Blink Thunderclap with the Blink Scream of Pain to follow might just be enough. Sonic Wave is available as well for them. But Stampede is there for Poloson if they want to try to do something. But against the double Blink heroes, it's really hard to actually catch them without the Blink of your own. So they kind of just trade tier 1s as Enigma's Eidolons bring down the tier 1 in the top lane, or bottom lane rather. And now Miracle, he's gonna come in with the haste rune. Can they catch up? I think this was spotted out. Psionic Trap will slow Godot down. He's going for the straight TP out, and that's the best choice as Musica. Doing the exact same thing. Still though, it's gonna buy Poloson some time, and he does actually have enough gold for the Blink Dagger now. Purchases it up. Immediate smoke pickup from the Mirana as well, but at the same time, Godot does finish the Medallion of Courage. So between the Medallion, a maxed out Wave of Terror, that's minus 12 armor. They have the Vladimir's offering on Lycan as well, so that's gonna be easy Roshan. Do they have a smoke of their own? Yes, they do. So into the smoke, into the Roshan's pit, I think they're gonna go. Probably the smartest choice as well. Get some nice gold and nice XP from actually killing the Roshan, and of course Aegis to back them up as well. Eidolons though will come in at the right exact time, so they're gonna wait it out. They saw the Eidolons approach. They even popped a Scream of Pain with that. They do timeout, so they're gonna go for Roshan now, but I think first departure, if they saw the Scream of Pain, they should be aware of this and blink Hoofstomp into that. It would be so devastating. But look at Roshan drop down. They're not gonna make it. They don't know it's going on after all. Or even if they do, they are just gonna be too late. Ice Armor level 1. Gonna make change even tankier. And Lich is actually pretty good, of course, against Temper Assassin as well for that same reason. Just you have the bonus armor with Poloson. Under the Moonlight Shadows, gonna want to go into the mid lane maybe with 2D. He's gonna get Malphite up. Will the Hoofstomp follow? He gets swapped out. 2D still gets Hoofstomp out. Do they have enough locked on double Aegis there? He's gonna get the Primal Split off just before Starstorm. It was only level 1, so it wasn't enough. Now, even the Stampede won't get Poloson to safety. So it's a 1-4-0. That was a really weird initiation by them. Aluka will be able to escape for now, but never mind. He's gonna get just blinked upon by Musica. Another Scream of Pain gets the kill. 2D extremely low, but does survive now. 3 bottle charges. And they deny the tower as well. That was just a kind of a misplay from first departure, but at least Midas will be finished in the Venomancer in the meantime. So that's a good sign for them. They can just start farming up, although the Midases, they're really gonna set back their mid-game power, I think. And late game, it's... I don't think like either team has super clear late game dominance, but oh, they're gonna run into Hana. They see him with the Wave of Terror. He still has the ultimate. He's trying to block himself in with the wards. Pops the poison over. Will catch at least 2, I do believe. But Labi, he pops the black hole onto 3 heroes. Music can't do anything about it. They clean up. Hoofstomp to follow. Double Edge was already there on 3, but the Chain Frost doing quite a lot of damage. Miracle gonna keep on chasing Poloson. They're not splitting up for some weird reason. Poloson almost dies thanks to that, but it's a 4-for-2 trade. Risk will be the 5th one. A triple kill for Miracle. Queen of Pain is there, of course. I do believe he was the one carrying the Aegis, but he gets slowed down the blink. 1 more second, he's gonna go down to the meld hit. Miracle gets an ultra kill with this. He had his blink, but suddenly 3k gold in the bank. Ended a mega kill streak here. Oh god, Enigma, what a black hole. What a double edge follow up with the Hoofstomp there as well. My god, that was exactly what they needed. Now Venomancer gets his Midas into the inventory as well, but 6k XP compared to a 1.9k XP just gain for CsW. Net worth about a 2500 change. My god, man, my god, what a fight that was. So much gold all of a sudden. Brewmaster though went for a Hand of Midas of his own, so wants to also be a late game presence, and with the correct items, Brewmaster with the built-in crit that he has, and just the innate tankiness, he can actually be a real late game dominator as well. But looking at the graphs now, it is the 2500 net worth lead that they got from that one fight. 1k in XP as well, about a 4k swing altogether almost. So, not looking all that bad. Even Mirana might be going for a hand of Midas, just to be able to transition into somewhat of a semi-carry later on as well. So with the Mirana also getting to those later just stages as a core, or a semi-core of sorts, they might be able to fight in the late game. It's still going to be somewhat hard with just the minus armor, the Vengeance Aura boosting up, CsW of course, Ice Armor as well, but Desolator already done 17 minutes in on the TA. At one point he might want to invest into a BKB after this, for example. But with the Desolator, nobody is safe, man. Even with the Ice Armor level 1, it's not nearly enough to negate both the Meld as well as the Desolator. But BKB done now, Queen of Pain. It's gonna be a decent addition, of course. Black Hole still, of course, goes through it. But Black Hole is a rather long cooldown, so you don't have to fret about that too much. Physical damage of Temper Assassin can still wreck you, but at least you will be able to blink out without getting stunned or anything. So, now, what will CsW do? Do they go for the aggression? It sure looks like it at this point at least. Necrobook being built down by Chains, not gonna be the fastest one. Apollo's gonna come in, blink, hoof the lands on the 2 cores music, he's gonna go down. Oh my freaking god, the burst damage from the Meld. Hana comes in as well, pops the Venomous Scale, only lands onto Chains and Risk, but one of them has the shapeshift, doesn't care, but they're gonna go for the Brewlings, and in all honesty, they have enough damage to do so, especially with Miracle having double damage. Blinks for it, gonna go for Godot, my freaking god. Those heroes cannot survive, and the Temper Assassin try clicking away at them. 2D at least gets the blink out, but what an initiation onto the 2 cores. Change, forced to pop the shapeshift purely defensively, and this will just seamlessly transition into a tier 2 push as well. First departure, they have taken 2 great fights in a row. Can they keep up with the pressure though? Double damage on Miracle will wear off now, but it's gonna be enough to get the tower anyway with the Desolator helping out. There's just no doubt about that one. So they get the tier 2 all of a sudden as well. They get a lot out of the last fights. Lobby up to 1.2k gold, Hana 1.4, might be going for a blink there of his own or point booster. I guess Aghanim Scepter first is going to be the more reasonable choice maybe anyway. You have the blink on Centaur and Temper Assassin already as it is. Although it definitely would be a worthwhile item, just blink into the middle of everybody and just poison Nova. But yes, Kai goes for a Midas as well. So first departure going for proper Midas gaming, 3 Midases on their team. CsW so far only running with the 1. And although Chains will have the Necrobook level 2 about 20 minutes in, a little bit later maybe, it's not that fast. Usually you would want to have, actually you would want to have like power threads, Vladimir's and the Necro level 3 20 minutes in if it's going well for you. But at the moment, it's not all that near to that. I mean, it doesn't even have power threads finished. It's gonna have the level 2 Necro, but level 3 Necro will take at least another 2-3 minutes. Maybe if they get some buildings, it's gonna be a little bit faster if they actually win a fight or something. But we'll see how much is the effect the Necros will have. Maybe they're gonna go for more of the split push style Lycan. Maybe they're gonna want to fight properly. And for that, Necro level 3 is definitely best, just because they're a little bit more tanky. They of course output more damage. You take more damage if you kill the Necro Warrior. And you just don't want to feed Necrobook, so the lower level Necrobook is, the higher chance that the enemy is just gonna easily farm it up and get the extra XP and gold from it. But the Necro level 2 is done now at least. And it looks like first departure they're taking things a little bit slow at the moment. Maybe they really want to wait for Miraculous BKB. Unless a opportunity like the previous one just presents itself. Now Vanguard also done on the Centaur. And when he finishes up the Crimson's Guard, just the unit based damage from the Lycan, it's gonna be severely diminished for the 7 seconds that the Crimson Guard is activated. But, well, we'll see if first departure want to wait for the BKB or anything else. They have the Midas running. Kai probably would just want to use it on really anything, because having a Midas off cooldown is a sin. It's a sin. That's just as straightforward. But it's not even going to the jungle since the jungle is entirely farmed up. So you cannot use the Midas on anything. That's a shame. He's just running around like, oh, I have to play swords. The Stampede comes out. Bottom lane Miracle wants to find Musica, but Musica already blinked out. And with the TP as well. Didn't even pop the BKB just because he knew that Miracle will, if he catches you, you're gonna go down anyway to physical damage. So no stuns, no nothing there. Nice TP out, but Miracle still getting rather close to his BKB. So I guess that is what they're waiting for. Maybe the next Roshan as well. I mean, as much minus armor as much Roshan damage CsW have, with it Desolator and the Meld, first departure themselves can do it just so damn fast. But Poloson has himself the Buckler, so only a recipe short of the Crimson Scar now. Gonna make himself at least extremely tanky, of course. And of course, if anybody else is there while or when he activates it, gonna make the entire team tanky. But BKB is done now. Miracle farming like a madman, 5k ahead of the Queen of Pain. 5 freaking k. What's the gold per minute? 642. An absolute maniac. 700 or 7,000 net worth lead. XP about 6,000 as well. So they are firmly ahead at this point. But can they keep up the pressure, or can CsW hit kind of their timing? Probably waiting for the Necro level 3, but they're not gonna get any breathing time at all. Lobby gonna come in with Poloson as well. They see 2D blink, hoofstomp. Oh no, the blink out from 2D before. And because of that, the arrow will also miss. That is the one downside of a Centaur. If the enemy has a blink dagger and is fast enough, you just cannot hoofstomp just because... Well, if you stampede as well and blink straight onto him, he's gonna take damage immediately and then you can hoofstomp. So, maybe should have gone for that sequencing as Lobby. He might be in trouble. Gonna get chased by the Necrobox. Never mind, Necrobox. Also taken off. And is he trying to go for a push maybe? Gonna farm out the creep wave. And well, now he's deeping out. Nobody's gonna catch him. They are pushing off their own. They have a long, just huge enough creep wave that they don't really need the second one. It's definitely or would be helpful. But it's not a must for them. And now, Enigma, he just went back for the blink from the side shop. So they're gonna have the blink black hole. Ice armor level 1 on the tower as well. Miracle going for this BKB. He tried to go for the risk, couldn't quite get it. And that's a 10-second. Sorry guys, had to sneeze. Whew. A 10-second BKB on cooldown now, but they get the tier 2 for it, so it's not all bad. Musica in the meantime tried to just split push the bottom lane, but wasn't all that successful. Got some damage done at least and forced the TP back from Poloson. But they are 2 towers ahead. Ana, getting closer to the Aghanims. Oh, man, the sneezes. The sneezes and, well, tough life, tough life. But Miracle, what's he gonna go for next? He has another 1.7k gold. Where the hell does he get all that gold from? I mean, I understand you have a Hand of Midas, but last hit wise, 203 compared to a 136 of Queen of Pain, who has picked up a Mystic Staff. So going for the Hex or maybe a Shiva's card, either one will be fine. Arrow will not land on 2D, just barely dodged. My god. Those arrows, so many of them have been so close, but Roshan is up. It's not gonna be that easy, of course, for first departure to take it, unless they really... Oh, Miracle, he gets jumped on. He has the melt for now, but he's in the sentry range. Doesn't have the BKB for another second. He's gonna activate the BKB. Can he do enough though? Will Lobby black hole this? No, he won't. The rulings are there. They swap the mech. There's the black hole. Immediate swap out from Godot. They have 2 minutes things to just stop the black hole. Kai kills the Necro Warrior with his Starstorm, but now they get the counter kill. Poloson pretty tanky, but the Chain Frost does get split up. Miracle, no BKB anymore, but can he turn it around? He gets stunned, he gets Sonic Wave the solo. He's gonna go down. It's a huge kill, but 2D in the Poison Nova. Gonna get stunned up by the arrow as well. Musica blinks forward, they clean up. Buyback from Miracle, Change still alive, but not for too long. Poloson, he gets the kill now. Musica, he might kill himself with the return. Oh no, meld it. It wasn't enough. Musica blinked out. Otherwise, the Psyblades, I think the angle was correct. So Miracle, he had to buy back. It was a 4-for-4 fight. It probably favored CsW just because they got the Miracle kill. And Miracle, of course, losing quite a lot of gold with the buyback. Shiva's card now done on Music all of a sudden. So that's a good item to have. But if Miracle gets the Aegis now, all of that might have been like somewhat in vain. Can Miracle do it though in time? They're already coming in. The Vengeful is there. He can swap him out of there. Minus armor will help out actually with the Roshan. And it's not close enough for the swap, I think. So that's gonna be Roshan. Aegis claim. Musica blinks in just at the right time. But, well, maybe it was the wrong time. He got swapped out. Godot. He's in there instead now. And he's gonna die for sure. Musica might have been able to escape anyway. But for Godot, there is no escape as Miracle. He's gonna be able to get himself a double damage now as well. So has the Aegis. Has a double damage with the BKB Blink. Desolator. I guess it's gonna be just a tier 2 down now. I don't think that without the Vengeful, without everybody being there, that they're gonna even try to defend. So CsW, they got one good fight, but they lose Roshan for it. They lose the Vengeful Spirit as well on top of that. So in the end, it's still slight advantages to first departure there, maybe even pulling out ahead by a little bit more. So they Are they gonna keep on going? I mean, they might as well, I guess, with the Aegis on Temper Assassin. He can just easily siege the tower, and well, they're gonna go for it. CsW trying to TP back. They won't have the Chain Frost for another 4 seconds, well, so pretty much they're gonna have it. Arrow does not land on Musica, but the tower is so low. Ice Armor is there, but Desolator removes all of it. Of course, it's still gonna slow your attack speed. So far now, they back off. Maybe they're waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike, or... Never mind, they are gonna back off. Maybe we want to wait for the Black Hole, although both the Chain Frost as well as the Swap can just... Of course, cancel it, but now... Oh no, the Courier got sniped! What was on it? What was on the Courier? It was a Blade of Alacrity for Hana, so that was the Aghanim Scepter, which would have been finished. So no Aghanim Scepter for another 3 minutes. I think they were trying to wait for that before high ground push. So really nice done, although he had to use the Shapeshift to get the Courier kill. It is definitely worth it. First of all, lots of gold, it's like you just killed the tower. Or almost at least. Plus, no Aghanim Scepter for 3 minutes on Venomancer. Not too bad of a snipe at all. In the meantime, of course, Polotson tanking up. Might want to go for a 4-staff next. To just get some distance on anybody who gets jumped on, for example. Or might just want to go for the Reaver and... Go for the straight of Heart of Trask. Maybe Shiva's card wouldn't be too bad. Yes, it was absolutely correct, man. It was absolutely correct. Gesundheit. Indeed. So... Polosson farms up the Ancients now, up to 2.5k gold. Can pick up a Mystic Staff if he wants. So might even want to go for an AC, to be honest. Just leave the Temper Assassin to go for a Daedalus instead. I think AC wouldn't be a bad addition at all. Maybe a BKB of their own, because CsW, they have quite a lot of magical damage apart from the Lycan. So BKBs wouldn't be bad. Maybe even build a pipe for that matter on your team. In the meantime, Kai, up to 1.6k gold. Net worth wise, still not doing all that great, although she has the Midas, or has had it for quite some time now as well. So, 3.9k on Miracle. Man, the farm is sickening. Although CsW have 3 like semi-farmed cores, just Miracle has so much more than them. So much. Polosson wants to get the jump on chains. Not the easiest skill since he has the shapeshift as well. And Polosson, if he goes in solo, he might just end up actually dying when the Necro book gets popped as well. And now Miracle, he jumps into Godot, gets stunned of course, didn't activate the BKB in time. Now he's low, pops the BKB with the Stampede. Arrow catches 2D, swap out Godot, he's gonna pay with his life here. Ice Armor keeps him alive a little bit longer, 2D. Has the Primal Split if needed. Chains comes in as well, Miracle, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Probably gonna lose his Aegis here. Is he gonna go down twice though? That is the question. Lobby now gets the Malphites onto Chains, but Kai still getting chased down, and of course they have vision with the Necrobook now. Gonna go for Hana next. Another arrow will fly into 2D. Oh my god, he can't do anything. There's the Black Hole onto Music and 2D both. They pop the Poison Nova. That's gonna be the death of the course. No blink out. Miracle even managed to blink straight after him. Had Music managed to get the blink. So 3 heroes down. All they lose is pretty much an Aegis. Well, they had to use the Black Hole and the Poison Nova. Well, Poison Nova, I guess it's not level 3 yet, so it's a slightly longer cooldown, but it's not that disastrous anyway. Plus, once the Scepter is gonna be finished, it's gonna be a 60-second cooldown from now on when it hits level 3. So that's gonna be a tier 3 down. Musica has buyback, but the Brewmaster does not. That arrow just screwed him over so damn bad. 2 arrows caught in one fight. That is just bad luck. But that's gonna be Rex, I think. Some are going for ranged, some are going for melee. Of course melee had the ice armor, so just get the ranged Rex to be on the safe side. But they will be able to back off as well. They even use the Stampede just to make absolutely damn sure. Miracle in the meantime might go for Monkey King Bar. I think that's the item. Maybe a Daedalus, but yeah, it's gonna be a Monkey King Bar. Up against the Brewmaster is probably the better choice here as well. But his damage output is gonna be just something that CsW, they cannot deal with. At least not yet. They need more farm. So 19 to 13 the kill score. Looking at the graphs though, it's a 16,000 net worth lead for first departure XP. Also 16,000 Chem picked up on Venomancer now, with his Aghanim Scepter flying out to him most likely as well. Booster travels though picked up for Chains and all. This Lycan is extremely poor, that's all I can say. At least nowhere near where you would like to have your Lycan be. Just booster travels, Vladimir's and Necrobook 31 minutes in. I mean, they are going for all out split push strat now with this. I mean, otherwise, there's no point to pick up booster travels like this. But Miracle, he's just hitting so damn hard, even without the meld and refraction charges being used. Probably next item will be Daedalus. Centaur has 2.9k in the bank. It's gonna be a Shiva Scar for him. Just has the other parts, the plate mail, as well as the recipe on it, on the courier already. So, how do CsW fight? I mean, if they can get a huge Chain Frost, gonna be excellent, of course. AC gonna be done on 2D soonish as well. He's about 1.3k away from it still though. So he might not have it for the next fight. As Chain just TP's out to the top lane now. Or bottom lane rather, wants to split push that one out. Whereas First Departure, they are going top lane. Another double damage on Miracleman. He just keeps on finding them. Unfortunately, they didn't have a bottle to store it up in. Otherwise, could have left it perfectly for the high ground push. But they're still going to keep on going, most likely. Even without the Aegis, although without the Aegis, it's a little bit more difficult. But if you're fast enough with the BKB once CsW comes, you should be fine. BKB, still a solid 7-second duration as well. So Miracle, double damage will expire. He's going to blink off now as well. But it's gonna go back again. Glyph just got used. Another refraction comes out. Just going for the creeps first. 2D blinks in. Thunderclap at lobby. He's there with the Malphite's arrow. Will not follow in time. It was so damn close. But Miracle pops the BKB. Gonna go for the Brewlings. 2 of them already dead. My freaking god. Maybe even 3 if he can just close the distance. Poloson. Blink hoofs them. Completely whiffs. And now he gets stunned up chains. Can he do anything but run away though? Stampede is there as well. No casualties yet. Just ultimates traded. Poison Nova is still around though for Hana. Arrow will not land on anything, but they're going to get the tier 3 down. Are they going to stay around for Rax's? Hana does get hit by the Sonic Wave just at the end of it. But the Plague Wards still slowly but surely trying to push away at Rax. If it was range Rax, it would be a lot more efficient. But now the items coming. There's the Blink Hoofstomp on the Musica. Lobby will follow, not with the Black Hole though. Too many heroes who could cancel it. We're out of that. But they're going to go for the range Rax. Miracle taking them down. Blink. Oh, 2D gets slowed down. There's the melt hit as well. Doesn't get the dodges. Miracle now. He's going to go for Musica next. Poison Nova was used. And they get Musica down. They have buyback on the Queen of Pain. Forced to use it as well. Hana did die, but not that big of a deal. They get range racks and they should back off for now, I think. Maybe with the BKB coming off cooldown, they're just still going to hang around. Another arrow will miss. But keep shooting them out. Some are bound to hit at one point. And they're just... They have to forfeit their racks. It's double racks behind. Is there a comeback from this? I mean, just Miracle has more farm than 2 of CsW's most farmed cores. Lobby now gonna go for the TP out and will even succeed unless swapped or anything. Nope, Chain Frost wasn't used for that. Arrow caught Lich. I think that stopped the Chain Frost most likely. So like I said, just keep throwing them out. They get another tower as well. Poloson up to 1.7k gold. Miracle gonna go for a butterfly next. Man, this... I mean, Temper Assassin, although you see her dominating, usually it's not by this much. And that's a butterfly already finished. Does he have even extra gold as well? 1.3k after that. If they get Miracle now, he does not have buyback. So if CsW get the kill, they're going to get quite a lot of breathing space probably. I mean, Miracle level 23. Highest level in the game by 5 levels. But looking at the buyback status, Music already had to use it before, of course. And Lycan, they only want to have it. AC finished on the Brewmaster. So they're getting some nice items, but is it going to be enough? Miracle gets stunned up, still has the BKB as well. Musica wants to go in. Gonna get Malphite. 2D does come in with the Blink. Thunderclap pops the Primal Split as well. But the Moonlight Shadows, they're trying to back off. Lobby gets stunned. They have the sentry down. There's the double hoofdom. The Psyblade's doing way too much. Easy kills for Miracle. Gonna go for this next. Meld plus 2 right clicks. The Ghost Scepter. Too late. The right click was already flying away. Gonna go for the Brewlings next. Just nobody can escape the wrath of Miracle. Poloson going for Change. Change even can't do anything. Shapeshift on cooldown already. So this is pretty much GG. Change will survive this, but 2D won't be as lucky. So first departure, ultra kill for Miracle again. That's just well done. They advanced to the playoffs. They even popped the black hole just to get that 1 kill onto Change now. They did lose Venomancer for this, but... this means first departure, they win the tiebreaker. They're gonna advance into the playoffs, which will start at an unknown time. But I do believe they will be facing Arcanis in the first round, the quarterfinal, where the semifinal. I'm just gonna check it out. Just a second, guys. I'm gonna check the exact matchups. So it should be first departure versus Arcanis, with the winner of that facing Invasion and the winner of that going up against G-Guard. So, guys. For now, this is it. We're gonna have more Dota today though. It's gonna be on hitbox.tv, HeflaTV, HP1 at 17 CET. It's gonna be Vega Squadron versus Lions in a best of 3 series. Should be a pretty damn great one for the lower bracket. Whoever loses will be out of the tournament. Whoever wins will be, I think, in the loser bracket final already. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the game. Hope you enjoyed Miracle once again showing what a goddamn great player he is. And, well, for now, this is it, guys. Just, if you liked what we did, you can always follow HeflaTV for more. It's HeflaTV on both Facebook and Twitter. But for now, have a good one, guys.